Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'd like to do is just kind of go through a quick little video on what are the things you're going to need to know to be able to graph linear inequalities. Well, the first thing, when graphing linear inequalities, they're just like graphing linear equations. So we're going to have equations that are going to be in standard form. We're going to have them in slope-intercept form. Some of the videos I'll show you how to graph them in using intercept method. Other ones I'll show you how to graph using slope-intercept method. But basically the first thing I always say, or first thing I always start doing, is just graphing them like they're equations, because basically the process is going to be exactly the same. So to graph linear inequalities, you're going to have to know how to graph linear equations. But then the difference is about the shading, right? Because the solutions of a line are the points that line the line. But in inequality, there's sometimes the points on the line, sometimes not, but also the shading points below or above the line. So we're going to be able to determine shading by using test points. And we did test points when we did one variable inequalities on a number line, but now we're going to choose a coordinate point on the graph and determine if that's true or false by plugging in not only just a value for x, but a value for x and for y, and then determine if it's true or false to determine where we're going to shade, above or below the line. We're also going to determine if the line is going to be dashed or solid. If it's dashed, it's not a part of the solution. If it's solid, it is going to be a part of the solution. Kind of like when we had the circles, if they're closed or open. The exact same idea, and that's really based off of our inequality symbol. If it's less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. Where these are going to be dashed lines, these will be open lines. And the last thing is just identifying the solutions. This isn't really something you need to know to be able to graph linear inequalities, but it is important for you to know when points are a part of the solution and when they're not, by not only plotting them on the graph, but also using them as test points. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Those are just the basic things you'll need to know to be able to graph linear inequalities. Thanks.